All right. Morning, morning. How's everybody doing? All right, let's get this show on the road. Who's got something good? Who's got something good? All right, nobody. Let's move on. Sorry. Just kidding. Who's got something good? All right, let's get started off. Now it's going to start rolling. Watch. All right, here we go. I'm ready to walk.
So I had a listing appointment last week, and then she had to interview another agent. I tried to get her from not interviewing that agent, but anyway, she hired me. And then this morning, she popped up on in the office just to see the digs and see who she had hired. So I thought that was, yeah. So
And were you a gracious host?
yes, I was.
Awesome, awesome. Yep. For those of you that show up in shorts and a t-shirt, just in case, you might want to watch out for. Yep. Quality control may show up. All right. Who else got something good? We got another one. Okay, what happened?
And actually, and the way that she found me was from my sign that agent marketing desk had did my magnet. She saw my magnet driving down Highway 6 and reached out to me.
Awesome. Was it Pam? Oh, what? All right, Linda's go.
So first, I had a closing yesterday. Woohoo! On my anniversary, 41 years, and I slept through the night.
And Mike is still, Mike is still alive.
And Mike is still alive.
This big thing. Awesome. Congratulations, guys, on that. The day team. Where is Mike? But he is alive, right? Just I haven't seen him today. Okay. All right. Just checking. Just checking. All right. Who else got something good? Yeah, yeah. Who else got something good?
Online.
Well, go for it.
Go ahead. My lease is closing tomorrow at list price,
Awesome. Good job.
and I have an offer on my lot listing, cash offer.
Woo! Somebody's rolling. Get some volume up in here. There we go. That's gonna be a little better.
I didn't. I texted.
All right. Who else got something good? Let's go. A couple more. What's that? Oh, Rima's got one. Okay, here we go. Wait, we just lost the energy.
I have three under contract and a lot listing. So we have our first offer as well within a week.
Awesome. Market's here. Market's hot, guys. Market's hot. Anybody else? Go. All right, Robin. Woo! I'm getting my steps in today.
I can finally kind of do somewhat of a happy dance because we're at an option period. But the vacation home sales have been a little turbulent. There is an Omega Bay in Lamarck right off the Bay of Galveston. There has been 13 houses that have been on the market for months and months and months. We had a group effort of open houses, and mine is the only one that went under contract.
Right.
Love it. Love it. Awesome.
That difference.
Yeah. Is that the only thing that went under contract yesterday?
My personal condo went under contract.
Awesome. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Or are we going once, going twice yet?
Yeah, you can go once, and we can go to announcements.
All right, here we go. All right, upcoming events. What's going on these days? Well, we have a pretty packed next 10 days, don't we?
We do. We do. So as you guys know, we have things that I remember that are coming up.
Yep.
Is we have Shredding Hunger this Saturday starting at 10 o'clock. Hopefully the majority of you have already signed up for that. So if you haven't, come see us, or you can scan one of the QR codes that's around the office or talk to Kimbra to get on there. And then after Shredding Hunger, there goes the QR codes right there.
Awesome.
If you don't know what Shredding Hunger is, it's our way of creating a white label event for you to utilize as your event. Will have two big Shredding Hunger trucks outside in our parking garage. And simply you can reach out to your sphere. And if they have some items to shred, they just need to bring some non-perishable items, or they can donate some cash to and it all supports the Eastport Bend Ministry. Bulletproofing transactions happening on May 7th as well. If you have some questions about that, you can get with Israel, but we'll talk a little bit more about that as the days come. As more transactions are happening, it is important that you bulletproof that transaction. On the 8th, we have Giving to Jessica blood drive that's happening. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a few. I'm looking for a face, but
It's us.
okay. And then May 9th is Red Day. We'll be talking something about that a little bit in a few as well. And then May 10th, the Space Cowboys Family Night, and August 12th and 15th, put it on your radar, Mega Agent Camp. So May is all about giving back. It's all about spending time with our KWSW family, and it is still all about closing deals as well. So let's kick into what's next.
Yeah. Oh, 11. I gave it to you. It's right here. Here we are.
Mega Agent Camp. You wanna talk
Sure.
little bit
Just a
about
quick blurb on it, right? So Mega Agent Camp is coming up in August in Austin every year. It's one of our global conventions. So jot the date. You can scan the QR code for more info. Yes, as you can see, we had early bird pricing, which ended yesterday. So it has gone up slightly. So if you were late, but you still want to go, it's still option available. Reach out to any of us for some more info. Okay. All right, here we go.
All right. So we were talking about the blood drive, and every year around this time we do a blood drive. And this one hits home even more so because it is supporting one of our own and their family member. This is Chris Clements' wife. Jessica Haley is battling cancer right now. And so we're doing a blood drive on May 8th, starting at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you want to sign up, you'll just scan the QR code, and Norman typically is who oversees this, and he'll talk a little bit more about that.
Okay, so we decided to do this blood drive for Jessica here. And we normally have the Give from the Heart blood drive, okay? Chris, you're online right now. Can you get online and say something? Help me out here. Yeah, he's here. But
No, I was gonna say the blood drive is the 8th. Jessica's been battling cancer since as long as I've been an agent. And I know a lot of people have reached out to us asking, what can you do to help? This is absolutely what you can do to help. If you can consider giving blood to the blood drive, that would be great. Also, if you would be able to promote it so that we can get the word out there and make it as successful as we can, that would be also a great help. And I thank all of you for everything that you do.
Absolutely. Well,
thanks, Chris.
I love you.
There will be a donor coach out there in the parking lot, and it's a big donor coach. We have 32 spots plus on the blood drive, okay? And I think there's around 8 signed up for it. We really need your blood.
And not a vampire way.
That you're going to have to talk to them about, because they do have some very particulars. If you've been out of the country for a certain period of time and you've been in certain countries, they will not take it, But if it's been, I know,
For you and I, 1986 is the magic number.
Yeah. So, but the thing is just sign up and they'll make that determination, okay?
All right, next. We have a lot to go through here. All right, ALC Minute. Let's talk a little bit about Red Day. We have our Rookie of the Year coming up and our Eagle Award multi-time winner. Not you. Not you. All right, let's talk a little bit about Red Day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Liska Sims, and
I'm Sharon Parker.
For those that don't know, and for the agents that don't know what Red Day is a day that we do every year. Keller Williams does every year, every Thursday, second Thursday of May, and it's about giving back. What is renew, energize, and donate. So, and it's really about donating our time. And this year we are giving back to Reigning Strength, donating our services to them. And Reigning Strength is an organization that helps people, not just kids, but people with disabilities, and they ride the horses, and it's something about the horses that actually helps them a lot. So this year we are donating our time to them with beautifying and helping out with their organization. Their organization is nonprofit, so it'll be a great help. We have now, the goal is to get 100 agents, and we are up to 73 agents. There's 2 shifts. The morning shift is almost full. There's only 2 slots left. That's from 9 to 12, and then the afternoon shift is 1 to 4. We will have breakfast and lunch, and then there's going to be Kona Ice and music, so it's a lot of fun. So if you guys can please sign up for the remaining shifts, we would greatly appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you,
great
guys.
job. And if anyone hasn't signed up right now, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, wait a minute. Turn that button. Turn that button. Okay, the QR code. You haven't signed up, like Lista said, they only have two in the daytime and the rest are in the evening. But we need everyone out there. We need to really show up and show out and really enjoy ourselves, because this is something that all of Keller Williams nationwide does. It's not just our office, it's all over the country. We all shut down on this day and we give back to an organization, and that's what we're gonna do. So we would love your support, and we will be there with our tennis shoes on, dancing and having fun.
All right. Sharon, question. So here's the t-shirt. Great
T-shirts are up.
question. Nice segue.
And, oh, Sherry got it up there.
Right. So Red Day t-shirts are up front at the front desk. You can pick yours up if you've already ordered it. It's cash only at this moment, but we are working on other ways to get you those shirts. But that's your Red Day shirt, so that we're all in unison and taking great pictures and having a sea of red. All right, marketing. Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Geez, give me a hard time over here. How you guys doing? And that wasn't everybody, so I need a few more people. How everyone doing? Oh, thank you. All right, yeah, my name is Greg. I'm your marketing director. Just gonna go through a few updates, just kind of share some information and things that's going on with our office. So once again, Shredding Hunger is this Saturday. So how many people already contacted their database already and let people know about the event?
Not enough of y'all.
Wow. So how many people like to give back to the community?
Woohoo.
Okay, some of y'all
This is
don't.
their
That's
way.
amazing, Brandon. You didn't raise your hand. This is a great opportunity. Great opportunity to touch the database and make sure is a white label event. This is your event. Once again, you as an agent can also donate food or have your papers shredded. So of course it's for the community, but this is definitely also a service that you can use for yourself. It's Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's some sign-up sheets for those who would volunteer. We need some volunteers to help load the trucks in terms of food and help with the shredding. So May 4th, great opportunity to make your final phone call. Just send a reminder to your database, calls, texts, emails, of course, a social media post. All of you have a flyer that you can use. If you need the flyer and you don't have it for any reason, email my team at team@agentmarketingdesk.com, and they'll make sure that you have a flyer that you can use to share with your database. Just a quick shout out. So our broker, Andy St. Jean, is on. Clap it up. She's on Up Close Magazine, so it kind of tells her story of how she joined Keller Williams, rise through the ranks with Chad, and now she's the broker of 3 market centers here in the Houston area. So just great article. Take a look. It's on our Facebook page and our closed Facebook group, and it's on Up Close Magazine, which is distributed to over 70,000 homes in Fort Bend County. This Winona here.
I didn't see that.
She didn't even play her video now. But listen, we like to use video to highlight agents in our office and kind of give them a spotlight. So Winona Smith is an agent in our office. So I'm gonna quickly play her video and show what she did.
Hi, my name is Winona Smith. I'm a realtor at Keller Williams Southwest. My journey in real estate began at Village Builders, where seeing the success of agents there inspired me to make a difference. In handling warranty calls for new homeowners, I realized many were unclear about the transactions, such as unexpected tax bills. So this inspired me to become an agent who ensures clients understand every aspect of their real estate journey. I'm blessed to have a winning family. My mom was an educator for 38 years, and my father was a real estate broker. My father guided me and my husband in our first home. Raised in Houston, in a family that valued education, I've always believed in the power of knowledge and community involvement. I had the privilege to lead community engagement at Keller Williams Southwest. What sets me apart is my construction, insurance, and inspection knowledge. I've helped clients build custom homes, from purchasing the land, designing the plans, and subcontracting the entire project. I had the opportunity to build my first home in 1993. From assisting home buyers to overseeing custom construction to helping clients sell their homes, I am dedicated to guiding you through the process. Let's start this exciting journey together. Win with Winona.
So definitely a great video. Like we always like, I mean, that's the theme for today, but definitely always encourage agents, use video to tell your story. And of course, you able to leverage our office, right? So she's already at Red Day, you know, for all the events, we have a video crew. That's footage that you can use for your own content as well. So just leveraging things that we already have in the office and included in your own content makes things a lot more seamless. So that was Winona. This past weekend, we sponsored Child Advocates Gala this weekend. So it was a really great event. Who was there? ALC, so our ALC members and some other agents were there. So we have a video that we're gonna play, just kind of showcasing the experience and I guess telling the story of our office and how we give back in Fort Bend County.
Tonight, Child Advocates of Fort Bend, we're having this Once Upon a Time themed gala. This is what we call our Gala for the Children. We have a different theme each year and we do tie it to our mission and what we do. Tonight we are fundraising. We do this each year. It's a opportunity for silent auction, live auction, different pulls, different sponsorships, different individual tickets.
Child Advocates of Fort Bend is a nonprofit that's here to serve the children that are in Child Protective Services. We are an advocate for them as they go through the court system, and Child Advocates just helps maneuver that for them and helps provide them with things that they might need that social services cannot.
Keller Williams Southwest has sponsored Child Advocates of Fort Bend for so many years. They've sponsored this gala right here. Multiple years, they sponsor the Christmas home tour. They're an incredible supporter with regards to events, with regards to volunteering, and just overall support. It means so much to us. We're so grateful for that support because what it gives us, dollars that help children who have suffered from abuse and neglect, and it gives us a way to give them the services that we provide to them free of charge.
Beautiful.
So that's just an example of a big part of what, as an office, on an office level, like giving back and, you know, how we, you know, have our name out there in Fort Bend by just supporting an organization. Of course, our agents show up and, you know, just giving where we live is a big part of our mission. Space Cowboy, so that is the day after Red Day. So, like, there's a big event. I mean, we still have a few tickets left. So if you need a ticket, make sure you scan the QR code, request your tickets. We're gonna have t-shirts. So we're gonna have KW t-shirts. So if you don't have one, it's gonna arrive next week. So it's gonna be pretty busy with giving out shirts. So just stay heads up for that. We're gonna have an announcement once it arrives, and make sure you have your shirt. There's 300 of us. We come out in a big way. It's great for just, you know, us as an office, as a culture, just kind of be together, spend time together. You can bring your family, friends, clients, etc. But it's definitely also an opportunity for you to network with other people in the community. So if you're out there, it's gonna be 300 of us in red shirts. People are gonna be looking at the front of your shirt and say, what do you do? That's KW Southwest. And a great way to icebreaker, have a conversation, generate some leads. I've seen like Sharon do that every single time, where she's online, ready to grab a beer, and she'll get some contacts like right on the spot. So like definitely lead gen opportunity as well. So that's Space Cowboys. That's next week on the 10th. Just a quick note. I know some of you had, you know, started using this already. So we have a chat bot to create your own bio. So it basically is pretty simple. You go to the page, the chat bot will ask you questions, you answer the questions, and it's AI powered. It'll create a bio for you, right? So we had about maybe 30, 40 agents already using it. So people have been really effective with it. When you create the bio, just so you know where to use it, you could put it on your listing presentations, your buyer guides, your HAR profile, your KW website, etc. So many of you, I know, without saying any names, do not have a profile, a bio, or probably even worse, haven't updated it in the last 10 years. So this is probably a great opportunity to take advantage of it. Is a free service, so take advantage of that. And that's all I got for you guys. And I think Norman about to share MS-150, but thank you very much.
All right. Hey, let's do this. How are y'all doing? I couldn't beat him. I'm not Greg. All right. So this past weekend we had the MS-150 from Houston to College Station again. So the KW cycling team was a participant in that. We did the fundraising. who wants to do this next year? Who wants to do something? Yeah, yeah. Who wants to do something so ridiculous? Yeah,
Look at that.
so ridiculous that, you can use it for your advertising. Yeah, yeah. All right, well,
They're
come
like,
see
play
me.
the video first, then we'll figure it out.
Come see me because getting started now is better than getting started at the beginning of the year because you're gonna have rain, you're gonna have cold and whatever, and we're not gonna have some good weekends. So if you want to get started, come to me after the meeting and let's talk about it, okay? So
There's the
I
video.
kind of threw a little video together and it's got some pictures of the ride, okay? And we couldn't do it without our sponsors. Thank you, sponsors.
All
All right.
See,
Thank you,
they
guys.
survived.
Y'all can do it too. There was some brand new writers in there that started with us at the beginning of the year. It was a tough for them, but it was a little tough for them, but y'all can start now and let's get you acclimated and going.
All right. Okay. So as he gets that situated, we are going to welcome some people who made the area festive. Didn't you feel like it was festive when you walked in here? So let's bring up Cross Country Mortgage. And you got theme music. Come on. Hey. All right. And they also partnered up with Warren Ward of Texas Professionals. Here you go. If you have something, I don't know if you had something to go with that.
Now if I can figure the button out. Let's see, am I supposed to stand close to this? I don't know if y'all can hear me or not.
Yeah,
I tend to
we
be
can
kind of
hear
loud
you.
anyways. My name is Warren Ward. I have Texas Professional Property Inspectors. I inspect homes. I'm not going to talk too much about that because that can get kind of boring. But one is my website. The one with the star in it is actually my contact information. If somebody could send me that blood drive though, that would be great because I would like to get some blood there.
Thank
But,
you. We appreciate that.
There we go. Now, a lot of people use drones today. I absolutely do not use drones. It does not matter how steep, how high it is, I get on that roof. Absolutely. And why would I risk my life for that? Well, because you can look at that roof right there in pictures all day long. You cannot tell how soft that roof was. You can't find the soft spots unless you get on the roof. I did take a 40-foot ladder to get up there. That roof right there, you can look at the picture, the metal thing sticking there, that's how I stay on that roof because it was kind of steep. You might be able to tell there's some mastic repairs. You might be able to see the crack, but what you can't tell is those shingles feel like you're walking on soft saltine crackers. That roof should have never been put on there. Those shingles not only were discontinued, class action lawsuit, passed the last day to settle, but yet somebody still put that on the roof. How do I know? Because I got on the roof. Now, also, people skills matter. What separates me is, first of all, I do not try to kill the deal. You know, you got to choose words carefully. I come from a background, I was a catastrophic insurance adjuster. I'm used to emotions being extremely high, and you better be careful what you say. Because the company I worked for took customer service extremely seriously. Your file notes that they never see, you put wording in there incorrectly, you are fired. They do not play. Also, before sending the report, you got to speak to them. Give them a feel so they're not reading it, freaking out, and calling you going, oh my gosh, I can't believe this and that and whatever, you know. Kind of explain stuff to them ahead of time so your phone's not blowing up. There are still some people that might call you, but you know, I'll try to explain everything I can beforehand. And of course, I don't forget who sent me the business, so you're always referred to as one of the top realtors in the area. Now, I work with Cross Country because I personally got my loan with Kim Jones, and to say customer service was exemplary is an understatement. Above and beyond, I gotta say, reality, they were better than my realtor. So, I mean, they were absolutely amazing. So with that, you go.
sure how I'm gonna work this. You want it?
That goes forward.
This goes forward. Okay. Well, happy May 1st. I
May is
hope
such
you're
a great month.
It is. So first, I want to just say that I work for an incredible team. I actually got my real estate license in 1996. So I know what it's like to be on your side and on the mortgage end. And I'm partnering with people that are passionate about what they do and perfectionists and have amazing customer service. So I wouldn't be partnering with them if I didn't feel that way about them because I know how important it is on your side. So first and foremost, I wanted to say, I know that you guys already probably have your favorite loan officers. You know, you've built relationships with people. And what we're here to do is give you more tools for your toolbox. If something can't get done, we can probably get it done. We've got over 120 loan products, and we do everything in-house. So you're not going to send it to your loan officer, and they're going to say, "Oh, well, I've got to send it to the broker." Oh.
They can't
Sorry
see you
about that.
online.
I walk and talk.
You can take the mic, but stay within the box.
I'll just try. Okay, I'll try to stay within the box. I use my hands. I use my body. I mean, you know. I'm kind of. Let's see. There we go. All right. So I'm just here to tell you a little bit about how we are somewhat different. We want you to have tools in your toolbox for when, you know, either because you love us and you want to send your business to us, or because something can't get done and we can do it. We have regular traditional products. We even have a jumbo loan with 5% down. There are so many things. We have an expert on down payment assistance. So she knows every way to find money for your client. So we've got somebody on our team for that. We're licensed in 50 states. Kathy here is a rock star and is licensed in 21 states with more states pending. So if you've got some referrals or your client is moving out of state, we still have you covered. Again, I said 120 loan products. The beauty of our company too is that we have so many non-traditional loans. And I'm going to let Kathy talk about that because again, if somebody can't get something done, we've got products out there to get it done. On as far as I'm concerned, I do business development, so I work hand in hand with the realtor. If you need an event, I can put events together, open house. Matter of fact, we've got a package here in our raffle. I want to make sure that afterwards you go and put your name in the bucket for the raffle, because not only do we have tickets to the Astros, we also have an open house package. And what that means is we're going to have a qualified loan officer at your open house. We're just like we did here. We made it all festive. We're going to do the same thing, door hangers, signs in the yard, you know, to get as much attention to your open house as possible. So I'm also the second call. If your loan officer is in a closing and you can't get a hold of them, you can always just give me a call.
All right.
So, Kathy?
Hi, I'm Kathy. I want to talk to you about the non-traditional loan products, the alternative ones. So we all have those clients that have a lot of money, but they write everything off on their taxes and they can't qualify for anything. Yes, and I used to have a lot of those, and we'd have to broker those. We do not have to broker them now. We do them, we underwrite them, we fund them all in-house. So you do not have the broker nightmare. We have that. We have a great 1099, which is great for realtors because y'all work on 1099s. We've got a great program for that. That realtors, a lot of times, same thing, you write everything off. I've just done several HELOCs this week that I did one on the 22nd and funded on the 26th. They're so quick to do. If your customer needs a HELOC, we can do those in Texas now, and we can do them at cross country in-house. So just a lot of things that are available that were, you know, maybe your other mortgage lenders can't do that. We know everybody can do the same thing, but we have a lot of alternative products I think will help you. If you can't get something done, maybe give us a chance and then maybe we can earn your business that way. And we'll be here for a while. If you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you about it. So
Perfect. Thank
Yes.
you, Kathy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Probably put her info.
Was it? Oh, that's me. Okay, we'll put that info towards the end as well. All right. You're gonna start coming over here and we'll switch this up. So, hey, lights, camera, action, right? We're gonna be talking a little bit about creating video and making sure it is in a way that it can help you actually convert it into business. One of the most asked for things that we have is how to create video reels for your social media. And we hope for you to take it well beyond social media as well. That's me. I don't have the. Oh, that's not the one I'm wanting right now. I want my PowerPoint. Mhm. Lights, camera, action. No, it's right there, the top tab. There it is. All right, and present. Thank you. All right. So because of that, I wanted to take a little bit of time, the bottom where it's purple. There you go. A little bit of time to teach you guys, not me myself, because I don't know how to do anything, but to bring in an expert to teach you guys a little bit more about how to create those video reels. So we have with us Elliot Guidry. Give him a round of applause as he comes up here. Yeah, that's my sound. All right, so as we're bringing him up here, I want you guys to notice that he's done a lot of different things, and he's going to speak a little bit on that right now. Don't move it anymore. Okay, so Elliot, tell us a little bit about yourself and where are you from?
Born and raised in Houston, Texas.
You can use this.
Okay. He was fussing at her about not standing in the box, so let me get in the box. Yeah, born and raised here in Houston, Texas. My mom, looking at my crowd here, so I'm gonna speak a little comfortably. My mom busted ass to make sure that we had everything that we needed to have. I wanted us to stay here in Houston, Texas. So for college, I went to Texas Southern. There I studied radio broadcasting because I wanted to become the best damn radio broadcaster that you've heard, either on 97.9 The Box or 102. Luckily, my aunt works over at Magic 102. So if you guys need any advertising, she is the top salesperson over at 102. And that was always as a child, that was my dream and ambition. Get to college and that changes a little bit because I see, this is not exactly what I thought it would be. So I then changed my major into film and production. Thus, here I am today. Picked up a camera and immediately fell in love with the art form of being able to create and capture moments that will not only live at that moment, but forever. And just being able, like, if you are looking at any of your family photos or things like that, these are little moments that you get to look back on and say, oh, that was awesome. So I then extend that same thing to anybody that I've ever taken a picture of or anything like that. So in college, I started shooting for, if you guys ever been to any of the clubs out here, it looked like I got a few club goers, maybe a few retired club goers.
The knees don't hands on your knees.
So if you ever been on In the Mix or alltheparties.com, you might have seen my face in any one of these clubs, mostly urban nights. And Jesus Christ, I've had a lot of fun. That one, that's a good one. That one, hopefully everybody has at least checked out at some point. So with that, it turned from not only creating photos and having those moments, but then actually capturing the evenings. So creating these videos that would, elegantly tell these stories of the night. You have so much that goes into these clubs. You have somebody like, for instance, you guys had somebody come through here and decorate the place for you guys. There's somebody that's at these venues that are doing that. So I wanted to capture that. I wanted to capture the people coming in. I wanted to capture the DJ setting up. Now you are getting this illustrious story of what's happening for this night. You're not just going to the club just to have a drink. That's a part of it, yes, but there's so much more that goes into that. So through that, I started to meet some very interesting people. A lot of artists, Houston artists. I'm sitting here trying to also set up my microphone at the same time while I'm talking
No
to you
worries,
guys.
but let me let you know, one of the interesting things about you, Elliot, that I noticed is not only can you capture stories, but you are able to identify the gaps, right? And those opportunity gaps to now insert that story for people who didn't have a voice, right? And as a matter of fact, you started a magazine here in Houston.
I did, and that's what I was actually getting into. So being introduced to a lot of these artists while I'm out here at these clubs, that kind of gave me a lane to say, okay, I can do something with these guys or, these artists. Because at the time, ironically, radio was kind of changing their gears from becoming a local station, kind of highlighting and spotlighting local artists here in the city to a top 40 station. So it made it very difficult for your local artists to get their music played on the radio. So there was a massive gap on the connection of the artists, the underground artists, to the people. So I then started this magazine, Houston Trend Magazine, which was dedicated to putting a spotlight on these individuals, telling their stories, why they're doing what it is they're doing, and what drives their passion. I started that back in 2009, and we are still running today. You can check out my website, houstontrendmag.com. If you guys have Instagram, I guarantee most of you have Instagram in here.
Awesome.
Anybody has
You
done
just
have
got-
Instagram?
you
Who
got
does?
one.
Yeah, I know you have an Instagram, man.
All right. So now that we know a little bit more about you and the fact that you have this, you're able to capture people's vision and then communicate that in a story form. Let's get them equipped to do the same thing. Maybe not with the same experience as you, but at least a little bit. So let's start with, so lights, camera, action, right? So what's the proper video setup? What do you prefer? Matter of fact, let's just end this age-old debate. iPhone, Android.
Ooh, these days you can't. These days you can't even really tell because Samsung is doing such a great job. Now I am a habitual iPhone user. Okay, however, I've seen Google Pixels do amazing things. I'm a tech nerd, so I follow this stuff all the way through. So Pixels, Samsung's, what they're doing with their cameras, as long as you have a high quality camera on your phone, you have something that you can use to capture everything that you need.
So let's talk about that. Because high camera, we have high camera phones, but people don't know how to use them. So what are some settings to set your phone on to be able to capture it in a high video way?
I love this because my answer is it depends
Okay.
on what it is that you're trying to do.
Okay.
If you're trying to tell a very intimate story, so your lights are a little bit lower. If you are telling a vibrant or you're doing an establishing shot of the place, your lights are a little bit more, you're using, your outside lights. You want your colors to be vibrant. Keeping it in auto is a safe bet, especially with AI and how these things are being ran these days. You're gonna get a great shot. Period. But if you're trying to dive a little bit more into the professional settings, I know Samsung has a professional setting that you can change on there on the phone. So you can adjust your aperture, you can adjust your shutter speed. If anybody know what those terms mean? No. Okay. You've all been to the eye doctors. Yes. If you have ever had your eyes dilated, that is, so think of that as more of your aperture being super open. So if whatever it is that you have in focus, everything else is just a complete blur, right? The more open you have your aperture, meaning the smaller that number. If I'm getting too technical and running off, you can tell me to stop, and I can.
Does it actually say aperture on?
It'll say f stop. It'll say f with a little little
Android.
little swivel F. The f-stop logo is always the same. Whether it's on the camera that I'm using, it's on a Red or an RE, Blackmagic, or your iPhone or Samsung or whatever it is, that's on there. Am I getting too loud?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. So
Now he-
that's being your aperture. Your shutter speed, however, is like if you're blinking.
Mhm.
So from the time that you open and close your eyes, everything that you're capturing or seeing in that moment is what your shutter speed would be. So if you're doing real quick, that's the amount of light that you just allowed into that camera. If you are holding your eyes open, everything that you're seeing until you blink again, you're allowing everything to come in. So if you've seen these really elaborate shots where somebody's like dragging a light across the scene, it's like, oh my God, how did they do that? They brought their shutter speed all the way down. They closed their aperture a little bit so they can get that darkness at the same time and have that light drag. Should have brought some examples. I've experimented with a few of them, but it creates a really cool effect. Just depending on what all you're trying to do. There was a long,
Okay, so
elaborate
what
way
about,
to do that.
well, yeah, and so iPhone, I don't know anything about Android, but so when it comes to like 4K or 1080 or 720, what should you have your settings on there? And then when you're talking about aperture, we look on our phone and it says frame speed.
Mhm.
So
So that's your
That's-
frames per second.
Okay.
That is so. Traditionally, most movies are filmed in 24 frames per second, no more than 30. These days on most TV shows, you'll see things shot in 60 frames. So that gives you like almost like that super soap opera feel
4D,
where and things look a little bit more like not smoother, but it's like, wait, what's happening on my TV? Those things are being shot at a higher frame rate. You're capturing everything much more faster. So yet again with the shutter, think of it like every time the frames per second, you're only capturing those frames in that second. 24 frames a second, 30 frames a second, 60 frames, 120. The higher that number goes, the much more data that you're capturing.
So do you suggest, let's say something that's very common that they do is take photos or videos of a tour in the home. With that tour, if they're trying to make it very quick, will they do more of the 60 or will
I
they do
definitely
up to
recommend
24?
sticking to 60 for the most part. You can always scale it back down. If you need to slow a clip down, 60 will allow you to slow it down a little bit and not give you that stuttery look. If you've captured anything in 24 frames and then tried to slow it down and it looks like it's ticking, that's because you're missing those frames a second.
Okay, so we've set the mood. We know that, based on lighting, the type of vibe that we're trying to do, that's how we capture the video. Now that let's move into actually editing, right? And creating the perfect view.
Give
Okay,
you a little Vanna White for the lights.
right. So tell us a little bit about editing. What can we use from an app type standpoint or maybe even on our PCs or.
So if you're just starting out, apps like Viva Video, CapCut, there is a slew of video editing software. Heck, Canva can even get the job done in some cases. Just depends on what it is you are trying to do. The thing I am the biggest on is what story are you trying to tell? That helps with editing. If you're on your computer and you're a little bit more advanced, things like Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, that's a program I'm heavy in. I use Adobe Premiere for everything. I've tried DaVinci. I've
I'm done, DaVinci. So we're low on time. We're out there. We're capturing our video tour or maybe something silly behind the scenes. And we just want to put something up very quickly. I hear CapCut is really good when it comes to stuff.
CapCut it gives you a lot of not necessarily templates.
Okay.
So if you're capturing, you walking through the house, okay, this is this room, and you're capturing all these little individual clips. You can put those into CapCut. CapCut will then give you like a rough edit of that kind of gives you like something up tempo or depending on what template you use for it. But yet again, those are preset templates. So you may see a template that you used and somebody else would have used at the same time. So just as long as you understand that if you're using these kind of template apps, 9 times out of 10, somebody else has used it at the same time. So, and that's the kind of advantage that you'll get versus bringing somebody in or trying to do it, is if you are advanced in it, you know everything that you're doing. If you're just getting started in it, you're using everything that's available. And 9 times out of 10, that room where everything is just available is flooded. Everybody is trying to use those tools at the same time.
All right. Okay. Any other thing when it comes to editing your videos?
Oh man, just knowing what you want out of it. What do you at the end? What's your end result? What do you want to feel out of it? What do you want your client to feel out of it? That's the biggest thing at the end of the day is what emotion are you trying to pull out of this video? Why are you doing this video? Is it just for your social media? If it's just for your social media, then you kind of know what you want to put out of it, right? If you're doing it for your client, you want them to have something, then you're capturing that moment. You want them to feel, you want them to have that for however long that they're going to, be here or share it. So that's the biggest thing I can say with that is.
All right, so let's talk about social media and the action and posting for engagement, right? All right. What are some things that you've noticed, because you have several social media pages, several of them are over 10,000, they're in the tens of thousands in terms of people. What are some of the biggest mistakes you notice people make on social media when it comes to either their video reels or just posting?
Just posting anything. Whatever you're using your social media for, have a point. If you're just using it for your personal things and that's private, that's different. Yeah, that's only for those individuals that you are allowing to in that space. But if this is your public profile, have a point to why you're posting this. Being able to showcase what it is that you do and what it is that you love doing. If selling these houses are something that you truly enjoy, then every other post that people see is you being involved in this business. If it's not, then really question the purpose of why you're putting it on your social media.
All right. What would be a tip that you would give people on how to stay consistent on posting?
Post every day. Every day. There's legitimately tools out there that will help you kind of know what to post. So like I follow this one page and it'll tell you to post one post a week, 2 reels minimum, and one of those carousel ones. As long as you're doing that on a consistent basis, I know it sounds like a lot. It's like, oh man, do I really want to spend that much time on my phone? 99.9% of the time, you're doing it anyway. Okay, what are you bringing to the restroom? Your phone. You can kind of organize yourself.
Don't post anything from there, please.
Don't take any pictures in there. Jesus, no Diddy.
He did. Okay, as we're those of you who are looking for more plays to social media, you can scan this. You can scan this app, and it gives you a complete of different things to do. Like method. And it'll show you what type of post to post, how often, walk you through having a purpose and determining what your purpose is, and then moving that into actually converting when it comes to real estate. Okay. All right. Any questions?
Not just a pretty face up here. You can ask me anything.
Can you repeat the name for the app?
Say it again.
Name for the app again.
One more time.
What's the name of the app? Sorry if
I
I'm
don't know.
talking
I
to
don't know
someone.
that. I'll post it on our closed Facebook group.
Which okay, I was
Okay,
gonna
thank you.
CapCut is on both Android and iOS. Viva Video I use a lot. That's on both Android and iOS. There's an Adobe Premiere that's available on both There's so many, so many. I just started following it. Let me find it and catch me afterwards, and I'll let you know. You had a question? Okay.
That's supposed to go to the.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? What you got?
Real quickly to VR, how it's filmed and is that
Ooh.
provide non-emotional.
So, you need a 360 camera for those. I do not currently have one, but I do rent them every now and then, depending on the job. So if you have one, yeah, it's just that's how you're capturing it is, and then editing it is you would have to use Premiere or Final Cut Pro to be able to do those.
Does that combine AI into?
No. So these programs are almost bare bone. What you're editing is that's it. Now, if you want to implement AI into it, there's sites that will add it to it. I do. My personal YouTube channel is not that elaborate, but I do have this amazing video that I did at Belize. You can check it out. It's just Elliot Guidry. Elliot Guidry. ELLIOTGUIDRY. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nope.
All right. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. At the end of this, we'll play one of his videos that he did for a first-time homebuyer seminar. Okay, so let's move on to our beloved partners that are in the area. Was that helpful? Okay. And you can get with him as well. He has his contact information and cards to learn a little bit more about how to utilize your phone to capture video. Okay, business partners, come on through. We'll get you guys up here real quick. And then we'll be done.
I'm Elizabeth with Farmers Insurance. I have three things. The first is we are doing a bulletproof next week on the 7th. It's going to be more insurance focused and just getting feedback. Going to be, I think I'm going to change it a little bit now after talking to you guys today about what we do to get insurance like lowest we can, most coverage, how we're doing it, what maybe you can say. Maybe you don't want to say anything and you want to utilize us. So let's come up with some and we'll discuss that. More Q&A style, more than it is a class, but it'll be good. And I think more people enjoy that compared to just insurance class, right? Second thing, if you are going to be doing all the revving up your social media, just a reminder, you do need a BOP, which is a business owner's policy. It's insurance policy for yourself, not your client. So you are considering yourself self-employed and you have your own company. Highly consider that. It's going to run you maybe $40, $50, $60 a month, but benefit you, especially since the most recent claims are going to be like defamation and miscommunication, social media. You do not want to get caught up in that. Third thing is, I feel like the last night, and this is unrelated to insurance and unrelated to business at all, but last week I just had like a huge family sort of like emergency sort of thing. My son, I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but he just special needs. So we have issues and I just felt like last night I was like, I have some sort of platform and I'm just going to say it. If I can reach anybody, I'm going to reach you. We have a lot of negative thoughts. And so I just want to let everyone know you guys need to be here and you're awesome. So if you have trouble or you can always lean on me, I want to be there for anybody. So, because we all are, I mean, and he is too. So if there's somebody, maybe it's not you, maybe it's somebody you don't even know, maybe you can be me today or tomorrow for someone else. Just let them know we need to be here. So thanks.
Yeah, you can always lean on us. Thank you. Yeah, a lot.
Hey everybody, it's I know. Hey, my name is Eduardo. I'm with Reliant. Good to see you guys. And just for those who don't know what I do, I am a mover concierge. So I do help your clients help, whether they're buyers or renters, set up their utilities. I do directly set up their electricity with Reliant, and then home security with Vivint. And then I just make the process easier for everything else, the water, the gas, trash, recycling, all of that. And then just so you know, I don't just set up with electricity. I'm also able to get them good plans. These are off the market plans. So that's a plus. And these are available to you as well. If you already do have Reliant, I think that I haven't mentioned this before, but since we're partnered up with Keller Williams, we can offer you a 5% discount. And it may not sound like much, but it's something. So, you can come and see me and I'll be more than happy to, get you that 5% discount. But other than that, I just ask that you, if you do have somebody, just make sure to send them over to me in a, timely manner, just in case of any holds. But other than that, I'll be here all day today, all day tomorrow, if you have any questions or need help with anything. But, yep,
We
thank you.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
My name's Christina. I work for Majestic Title. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about POAs, power of attorneys, and non-traditional power of attorneys, not just like, hey, I can't come to closing, will you sign my papers for me? I wanted to talk about durable power of attorneys, or medical power of attorneys. Recently, we had a transaction close, where the husband had dementia and he had more good days than bad days. So on closing day, wife was just hoping he was going to have a good day. Well, if you put some documents in front of him that he's never seen before and make him do something that he doesn't do all the time, he's probably going to have a bad day. In any case, we did have to go ahead and get a medical power of attorney for this man to sign. However, we want to make sure that POAs are executed prior to the diagnosis. So we are going to make sure that a doctor can attest to the person who has the disorder did in fact get the POA before the diagnosis, or somewhere in that time frame when they get diagnosed. Likewise, at the title company, we are going to verify that this power of attorney is valid and has not been revoked, because there are people who like to try and sell homes without their spouse joining in on signing and fake a medical power of attorney. So in which case, any kind of medical power of attorney, we are actually going to verify with the physician that the said signer is incapacitated or is in fact sick. So just keep that in mind. We're going to verify ahead of time and after the fact. So if y'all have any other questions about POAs or anything that has to do with title, please come find me. I'm always available. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Follow that up, Dale.
Got it. Hey, well, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. In regards to POAs, it's not just the title company that if you're selling a property has to be able to verify or approve the POA. The lender also needs to verify that the wording, the verbiage, is correct and in accordance with their loan document. So a lot of times, title company and the lender will work together to get the power of attorney. What's needed when you come to closing? Anyone know when you come to closing and you're using a power of attorney?
Original.
The original. We can accept and pull docs, draw documents based on copies, but the original needs to be at the title company. It's going to be a requirement. We talk about affordability right now. There are many potential buyers that are looking at manufactured housing. Anyone working with manufactured housing right now? Okay. One thing I want you to be concerned about, this should be a red flag. Your buyers are probably going to be required to have a structural inspection on that loan prior to that loan closing to verify that the foundation is sufficient. If you build a manufactured home and they attach a deck, which is very popular in manufacturing homes, or a patio of some sort, the lenders are going to require a structural inspection to be done to verify, can the actual foundation support this additional structure that's been added to the house? I've got a deal right now. Structural foundation has to be done by an engineer. Minimum cost I'm finding right now is $800. And that's a cost to you all. So I want you to really be concerned about this. This may make the deal happen or not. So we're here to help. If you all need anything, please let us know. Thank you.
And finally,
And one more thing. Hello, guys. I'm Melissa with Patent Title. I wanted to mention great facts by Christina and Dale about a power of attorney, but also it does need to be ratified the day of closing, which means we have to call that original person who gave power of attorney to the new person. We have to call them at closing and say, did you give permission
do you still want to give this person power of attorney to sign your documents? So think about it if you have a person that's in another country. You got to watch, times like current times of where they're at to be able to call, because we will have to call and verify the power of attorney the day of closing, because sometimes they'll say no. Yeah. Yeah, then there's someone appointed to make those decisions for them. Yeah, good question. So I also want to say, I'm not always here, and I appreciate your guys' support. Aldridge is downstairs, he's wonderful, but if you ever need anything and you're my client, please reach out. I'm always available. You can call me or text. Just because I'm not physically present in the office downstairs doesn't mean that I'm not here, and I'm still a sales rep at Patent Title. Thank you, love you.
All right, thank you. All right. All right, so that wraps up our meeting. Thank you guys so much for your questions, your participation. Lights, camera, and action. It's your turn. Y'all have a good one. Oh, group photo. Oh, yeah. Here's some content you can capture right now. We have our Orion of Space Cowboys here for a group photo. In honor of what we're doing with the Space Cowboys on next week. And so if you guys can filter up this way, lighting is better.
Yeah, it's going this side.
Yeah. And like face, oh gosh, okay. So we can take our group photos and then we'll go ahead and grab lunch. Thank you guys for your participation. We'll run that video if you want to. While everybody's going up there, we can run the video. Everybody online, see y'all later.